Welcome to Speak English Club.
To improve English skills, you need to speak, not just watch videos. Our YouTube channel helps you improve both listening and speaking. Then after, you speak as shown on screen. This process helps you improve speaking and listening skills at the same time. Let's start.
Let's delve deeper into the topic. How do you think urban living impacts the environment compared to rural living?
Urban living definitely has a larger environmental footprint compared to rural living. Cities tend to have higher levels of pollution, increased energy consumption, and more waste production. However, cities also have the potential to be more sustainable with efficient public transportation systems, green spaces, and eco-friendly initiatives.
That's a valid point. How do you think the quality of life differs between urban and rural areas?
The quality of life can vary significantly between urban and rural areas. In urban settings, there is often better access to healthcare, education, and job opportunities. On the other hand, rural areas offer a quieter and more peaceful environment, closer connection to nature, and a stronger sense of community. It ultimately depends on individual preferences and priorities.
How do you think urbanization is affecting rural areas?
Urbanization has both positive and negative impacts on rural areas. On one hand, it can bring economic development, improved infrastructure, and access to services. However, it can also lead to environmental degradation, loss of traditional livelihoods, and cultural changes. Balancing the benefits and challenges of urbanization in rural areas is crucial for sustainable development.
Do you think there are ways to bridge the gap between urban and rural living to create more balanced communities?
Absolutely. Initiatives like telecommuting, co-working spaces, and improved transportation networks can help bridge the gap between urban and rural living. Encouraging sustainable agriculture, promoting local businesses, and investing in rural infrastructure can also enhance the quality of life in rural areas. Finding a balance that preserves the unique characteristics of both urban and rural living is key.
That's an interesting perspective. Can you tell me about a time when you had to choose between living in an urban or rural area? What factors influenced your decision?
Actually, I had to make that choice when I was deciding where to attend university. I was accepted into programs in both a large city and a smaller town. I ultimately chose the city because of the greater variety of courses and research opportunities available. However, I also considered the cost of living, access to internships, and the overall lifestyle I wanted to have during my studies.
I see. How do you think technology is changing the way we live in both urban and rural areas?
Technology is having a significant impact on both urban and rural living. It's enabling remote work, improving access to services and information, and enhancing connectivity between communities. However, it's also creating new challenges like digital divides, cybersecurity concerns, and the potential for social isolation. Adapting to these changes and ensuring equitable access to technology is essential for both urban and rural areas.
That's a great point. How do you think community engagement and participation differ between urban and rural areas?
Community engagement and participation can vary significantly between urban and rural areas. In urban settings, there may be more opportunities for community involvement due to the greater number of people and organizations. However, rural areas often have a stronger sense of community and more personal connections, which can facilitate community engagement. Encouraging participation and fostering a sense of community is important in both contexts.
Thank you for sharing your insights on this topic. It's clear you've thought deeply about the dynamics of urban and rural living. Your perspective adds depth to our discussion.
Thank you. I believe it's important to consider the complexities of urban and rural living to understand the diverse needs and preferences of individuals. I appreciate the opportunity to explore this topic further.
That concludes our discussion on urban versus rural living. Thank you for your thoughtful responses. Good luck with the rest of your test.
Thank you for the engaging conversation. I enjoyed discussing this topic with you. Have a great day.